So is this increment going to cause prices to drop in the property market? My answer is no. Okay. So for the property tax increments, yeah, just a margin for owner occupiers, right? If you're looking at, if you own a property under 2 million, it wouldn't affect you at all. Okay, it's mainly targeted, right? At the end of the day, this property tax change is targeted at more wealthy individuals. It's sort of like a wealth tax, okay, and also the tax on investors, like property investors. So how is it going to impact the market? If we look at this, $2 million property at Balmoral Road, okay, has a annual value of about $28,000, right under the 30,000 mark. So if somebody was using this property for their own stay, they would not have been affected by the property tax changes. If this owner was holding it for investment, okay, then they will be affected, right, by 1% next year and an additional 2% in 2024, representing a $600 extra cost in terms of property tax as compared to before lah, right? So $600 over for a $2 million property over the course of a year, I feel it's very, very marginal, right? Is this going to have a huge impact on the market? I don't believe so, because in my years of experience in the property market, let me tweak that one to see myself. The screen, yeah. So in my years in the property market, right, I have never had somebody not like exit the market, not choose to invest in the property market because of property tax, right? We have people choosing not to purchase property or not to utilize property as an investment tool because of additional buyer stamp duty, right? Because of stamp duties and whatnot, but never because of property tax, right? So is this increment going to cause prices to drop in the property market? My answer is no. Okay, right, as simple as that, right? Moving forward, and for those of you who have some concerns with the annual value of the property that you're going to buy, you can actually purchase this information on the IRAS website, right? All you need to do is to key in the property address to get the annual value, and most of the time the annual value is lesser than what you would expect it to be. For example, this particular Balmoral property, right, annual value $28,000. Honestly, because $28,000, right, you divide by 12, it represents only supposedly $2,300 rental, but obviously the rental for Balmoral 958 square feet is going to be way higher than that. So while technically the annual value should be the potential rental times 12, it tends to be a lot lesser than that. If you want to check, go and buy the details on IRAS. It's a bit more tricky if it's a new launch development. So if you're looking to buy a new launch development and want to know what's the annual value, you can buy the details for the resale properties around that area. Okay.